Hey everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where it is time for a seasonal event. Welcome to All Saints Wake here in Gridania. Let's get started with our first Halloween event. Hello there, Adventurers Guild Investigator. The Adventurers Guild Investigator has the look of a man with a plan. Why hello there, you strike me as the goodly sort of adventurer, eager to help strangers at a moment's notice. And you couldn't have come at a better time. You are eager to help, aren't you? You have my thanks. Now tell me, does a traveling circus troupe known as the Continental Circus ring a bell? Each year, when it comes time for All Saints Wake, they set up shop here in town, conducting all manner of suspicious activity. Though they appear to be ordinary performers, each and every last member is the most vile and despicable void scent. Under the guise of events and festive merrymaking, they carry out acts both mischievous and malevolent. But worry not, for I have a plan. This year we shall hold an event of our very own, thereby supplanting their modus operandi. A brilliant scheme, would you not agree? The main spectacle shall be a costume cortege, but for those without suitable guises, my colleagues at the Alchemist Guild have devised the most ingenious solution. A special concoction that will temporarily transform any individual into a most ghastly visage. You're friends with the Alchemist Guild? I'm part of the Alchemist Guild, and let me tell you, I hate that guild master. I immediately do not like you if you're friends with them. But then if I'm part of the Alchemist Guild, does that mean I don't like me? That is where you come in. You must transform yourself with our potion and speak with the townspeople to spread word of the event. After giving them a good fright, you will need to dispel the enchantment, thus allaying possible concerns of ill effects from our wondrous brew. 1,000 thanks. I have prepared a selection of 4 elixirs for you to choose from atop the benches beside me. Choose the one that suits your fancy, and then go forth and spread word of our costume cortege. When you finish, let us rendezvous near the Leatherworkers Guild. Best of luck. Alright, so we have 4 costumes we could do. We have a Continental Eye. We have a Wraith. We have a Gala Kitten. And we have a Sasquatch. I'm gonna go with the Gala Kitten. And you can see examples of each transformation just behind the concoctions. Your appearance will be changed after drinking the mysterious concoction. After frightening a townsperson in your transfigured state, dispel the enchantment and inform them of the planned costume cortege. Alright, let's do it. We are now a wonderful Gala Kitten. Let's go find a random citizen to terrify this Halloween or All Saints Wake. Hello there, adoring child. Look at me, I'm a horrifying Gala Kitten. Nothing can be scarier, and I have another kitten following me. Why, if you aren't the most adorable little thing I've ever seen. But where did you come from? Did you get separated from the rest of your litter? Well, this isn't scaring you at all. Fine. Eek! Who are you and what have you done with that darling little ball of fur? That was you? I refuse to believe you could have been anywhere near so cuddly and cute. Rude. Have you not seen how cuddly and cute Satora is when she's not wearing a spear on her back? You mean I too can transform into one of those adorable creatures? Then why am I still talking to you? I have a potion to drink. Alright, have fun at the costume cortege, children. You have spread word of the costume cortege, but more people must know if the investigator's plan is to succeed. Transfigure yourself once more and continue promoting the event. Alright, let's go do one more transformation and scare another person. I'm curious, are we gonna go through all 4 of the concoctions or just like a couple of them? Let's go as a Wraith next. Now then, let's go find someone to terrify. Looks like our target's gonna be over this way. Well, hello there, stout-hearted husband. By the 12, a Wraith! Run, my love, run! I will fend it off for as long as I can. No, please do not kill me, I'm just in costume. My word, what is the meaning of this? I heard tell of the upcoming costume cortege, but I didn't realize there might be such frightful fun, actually transforming into monsters. Perhaps we will go after all. Alright, you two have fun at the costume cortege. The townsfolk are abuzz with talk of the costume cortege, rendezvous with the Adventurers Guild investigator near the Leatherworkers Guild, and inform him that all is ready. Alright, looks like we are good. And the meeting point's actually going to be just below the Leatherworkers Guild. So very sorry to have kept you waiting. I've been gravely busy attending to my own preparations. Tell me, how did you fare? Were the townspeople at all interested in attending the cortege? Yeah, they were ecstatic about it. Not fully as scary as we had hoped in some cases, but... My, it sounds like they were simply trembling with excitement. And to think no small few wished to transfigure themselves. Oh, what a joyous occasion! That they would give themselves so willingly. Why did I never think to simply take this human form before? Okay, who are you? I suppose you've earned an answer for your compliance? I really must thank you for being so gullible. I did not realize there was another clown in town. Papa Gruff, my darling, it looks like all of your hard work has finally paid off. Indeed, my beloved. All proceeds apace. Once I've finished settling matters here, we shall enjoy a magnificent feast. Oh dear, you appear to be confused. While the effects of the potion I gave you lasted for only a short while, the potion we've brewed for the townsfolk is a touch more potent. With but a single sip, none shall return to their original form. We shall harvest the dread that overwhelms their feeble minds when they discover this truth and use it to summon forth our brethren. One moment. Then we shall have our night of devilry at long last. The Gruffs will be the envy of all Voidsent and live as royalty. All is falling into place, just as I schemed. The creature is motioning at you hysterically. What could it be trying to say? Ah yes, the investigator from the Adventurers Guild. The fool drank our potion with all the concern of a newborn babe. How fitting he'll remain just as helpless for the rest of his days. Even as we speak, the townsfolk are lining up to be transformed, blissfully unaware of the monstrous fate that awaits them. And we owe it all to you. Indeed, you've done jolly good work this day. Oh, my sweet, you've never looked more dashing. Seeing as you have matters here well in hand, I'll return home to our little honeycomb and ready a feast for my hard-working husband. Well then, I'd best be off to finish my preparations. 'Twill be a night to remember. Dang, I can't believe we fell for this. They claim to be inspecting themselves. You poor thing. A lost child at wit's end. Perhaps I can be of assistance. Who are you? Before that, hey, investigator, are you okay? The creature motions at you frantically. If only there was some way you could help it. I can't believe we fell for this so horribly. We're gonna have to go tell everyone not to drink the potions, and then we don't know what we're gonna do about the people who already drank it, but you say you can help. Why do you look at me with such mistrustful eyes, dear? Your dubitation is quite misplaced. I mean, we've run into some pretty odd and suspicious characters today, just straight up lying to us. And honestly, you're the most out there of them all so far, at least from initial impressions. Is this how you always treat newly met strangers? What if I told you I have a remedy to dispel this enchantment? Then I would like proof of that first. I'm not getting fooled again. Here, drink this. Given the situation, I do not blame you for being wary of gifts from a stranger, but I will gladly drink it myself should that ease your concern. Alright, I suppose we can try, see if this will work. It worked! You have my thanks. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, though I wish we had met under better circumstances. As our fiendish friend explained amidst his gloating, I'm an investigator working for the Adventurers Guild. I knew that red-nosed charlatan would be up to no good, knew he would take advantage of the season's festivities as he did once before. Yet, for all my vigilance, here I am, his very first victim. Oh, the shame of it all! 'Tis as a spear piercing my very soul. But thanks to you, I am free of that foul enchantment. I owe you my life, miss. I fear you'd sooner forget a name as unremarkable as my own. I am but a passing woman of science. I see. May I assume that you are the self-same individual who created the remedy? You may indeed. 'Tis a remedy which has required no small amount of fine-tuning. A frog tongue here, a rat's tail there, but I'll spare you the details. Rest assured the townsfolk too shall be returned to their original forms with a sufficient dose. As fortune would have it, I have made plenty for everyone in case such a tragedy were to befall the city. Now if you'd be so kind as to distribute the remedy to those in need, investigator. Understood. I know not your motives, but I'll not let look a gift chocobo in the beak. This is the best hand we have to play, and I will accept full responsibility for the outcome, whatever it may be. Alright, well, if everything just goes to shit from this, and this is another trap, yeah, I'll gladly let you take responsibility. While I tend to the townspeople, may I entrust you with capturing our crafty clown? Stores of the remedy are like to run dry should they claim too many victims. In that case, I will remain here to assist. Excellent. Once I've administered the remedy to the afflicted, I shall await you at Miketo's amphitheater. It will be no easy feat to apprehend Papa Gruff. I have no doubt he'll be expecting you to come after him. That is why I propose you give him a taste of his own medicine with a disguise. Ideally, the disguise should be one dear to him, one whom he would let down his guard around. What's more, I would suggest someone whose appearance you can recall clearly. Well, I can certainly remember Mama Gruff's appearance. She was just here. His love and joy. Perfect. He'd never suspect his dear wife. When you're certain his guard is down, give him one of my special cookies. I've baked in an ingredient that will return him to his natural demonic form. Though I wish I could do more to help, I am little more than a simple doctor. An adventurer of your obvious talents is far better suited and accustomed to such risky undertakings. When you are ready, I shall provide you with a dose of my own transformative mixture. Alright, let's do this. Turn me into Mama Gruff. It shan't be hard to locate Papa Gruff. Knowing he prepares for the night of devilry, I suspect he'll be waiting for more void scent to gather. As such, he is most likely hiding in the vicinity of the riverbank, out of sight and out of mind. He will no doubt have returned to his guise of the Adventures Guild investigator so as not to arouse suspicion. Now recall an image of his beloved in your mind's eye, and I shall weave it into reality with the power of alchemy. Let's do it! Remember, once you've found Papa Gruff, use whatever guile you can muster to trick him, then offer him my special treats. Alright, we must remain transfigured as Mama Gruff to proceed with the quest. Speak with the Wake Doctor to restore or prolong the transfiguration should it wear out. Alright, let's do this. We are getting to play as Mama Gruff. Let's go find this clown. They said he would be near the riverbank. Don't see him anywhere up here. So we'll just follow the river until we spot him, maybe hiding somewhere. For example, wow, okay then. Thank you, Tongue. Perhaps down here at the end of the river. While you're down here, I don't know. This is I guess it is a good place to hide. Oh, my sweet Snurbleberry. I thought you had returned home. Is aught amiss? Not too much. Let's just talk a little bit. Don't tell me. Is it because I didn't return your goodbye kiss? You know I'm easily flustered. Besides, my love, our plans would be in tatters should a passerby catch us sharing an intimate moment. Well, I was worried, and I wanted to be certain all is proceeding apace. You know those investigators and adventurers that are on to us, and you didn't exactly stop them. You came all this way because you were worried about me. Oh, I am not worthy of such a caring succubus. But fear not, your beloved has everything under control. Thanks to that wide-eyed adventure, the idiot humans are drinking our concoction in droves. I love that Satora's eyes dart off to the side when she's thinking. Well, you must have worked up an appetite with all this scheming against these Eorzeans. You always know just what I need, but moments ago I was thinking what I wouldn't give for a snack. I knew you were cunning, but if I didn't know better, I would say you're a mind reader as well. Oh, stop it. You'll make me blush. For you, darling, I baked up a delicious batch of cookies. Here, have a bite. Cookies, my favorite. Well then, don't mind if I do. Goodness, it smells delicious! Oh, how I love a treat from my sweets! What is this? What is the meaning of this? You got, fool? Why, you conniving little! You may have put a damper on my plans, but all is not lost. Yes, if I start again now, all can be ready in time for supper. Surely you jest. All Saints' Wake is meant for all to partake in and enjoy. You! It cannot be! The great Gourd of Legend herself! You poor misguided fool. Gone are the days when you might wreak havoc as you please. This truth I will drill into your head slowly and meticulously until there is naught else you can think of. Have I frightened you, child? Forgive me, such was not my intention. I I wish only for man and monster to enjoy the revelry of All Saints' Wake in equal measure, nothing more. For a mercy, his mischief-making was brought to a halt, thanks in no small part to your efforts. But if the day's festivities are to be cancelled despite all we have done, the townspeople would still suffer for his transgressions. He has caused much grief, and I will punish him accordingly. So I ask that you place your faith in me and allow the festival to continue as planned. There will be no further disruptions. You have my word. I mean, you've done a lot to help us, but given everything that's been happening so far, I'll stay on the lookout if it's all the same to you, just to make sure. You have my gratitude. Perhaps you should apprise the real Adventures Guild investigator of the present situation. He said he would await you at Miketo's amphitheater, as I recall. Once you have done so, come and speak with me. There is somewhere I would like to take you, by way of recompense for the trouble this ill-mannered child has caused. Until then, Y'all, I've been having such a blast doing these voices. I'm not exactly good at voice acting by any stretch of the imagination, but god, that was fun, and I'm definitely trying to be better about it. Oh, Papa Gruff's voice was really fun to do. I need to practice more voices, though, because that's like the only voice I'm even remotely decent at. Alright, well, good news. You have the potion to uncurse everyone, and I've caught Papa Gruff. So I think the festival can proceed. Ah, there you are. You'll be relieved to hear that I finished administering the remedy to all the afflicted. But tell me, how did matters fare on your end? So, the fiend has been reverted to his true impish form? I see. Well, eccentric though she may be, if the doctor claims she can keep him on a leash, I believe her. And with a surplus of curative potions, I can see no reason why the costume cortege should not continue. I will, of course, remain vigilant for other disturbances. Your assistance has been truly invaluable, my friend. With this trouble now behind us, I trust you will take at least a moment's respite. Why not spend it donning the guise of monsters and mischievous creatures? Alright, and we get a full set of Wake Doctor's clothing. Great for our glamour chest. I'll stick it in there eventually. We will talk with the Wake Doctor in a moment, but first we're going to do the repeatable quest with the Harlequin Guide. The Harlequin Guide is eager to put us to work. Hello there! Tell me, are you aware of the delightful costume cortege being held at present? Of course you are. No small few have already joined in the merrymaking, and I dare say you would make a most welcome addition to their number. How about it? Raring to give the next person you meet the fright of their life? Sure, let's do it. Wonderful! Take your pick from our selection of perfectly safe concoctions placed atop the benches beside me, and transfigure yourself into the creature of your desire. Alright, so we've done Wraith and we've done Gala Kitten. Let's do this one next, the Continental Eye. So let's go find someone to scare and finish off this repeatable quest. We'll do the repeatable quest twice so that we can show off all of the costumes. Well, disguises rather. Hello there, brazen boy. A monster? Oh god, a monster! What's it doing here? Don't worry, not a monster. Just someone dressed up in costume. Kind of. Hey, you're not a monster, you're just some strange lady. You said you transformed by drinking a potion? I want to try too. Alright, got the boy and all of his friends off to check out the celebrations. Neat! And that's all you need to do for the repeatable quest. We can head back, turn it in, and get our reward. Bravo! With the aid of volunteers such as yourself, word of the event shall surely spread like wildfire throughout the entire city. Here, I have a little something for you as thanks. Should you care to spread the word further, you are welcome to return anytime. Now off you go, enjoy the festivities to your heart's content. Alright, we get 10 magic prisms that give off a pumpkin effect. This peculiar contraption creates illusions by weaving together myriad shades of light. Releases a heart-stopping disembodied pumpkin head. Nice. Alright, we can do the quest one more time. Dialogue is exactly the same. So let's go ahead and try out being a Sasquatch this time. And we get to storm around as a giant monkey! Hooray! Unfortunately, I said the quest dialogue is exactly the same. Yeah, unfortunately we can't get all 4 reactions to people from the main quest. Like, depending on which 2 monsters you decide to transform into, you can get different dialogue for each transformation. You can only get 2. You can only get the dialogue for 2 of the transformations, which is extremely unfortunate. Because once you're doing the repeatable quest, it's exactly the same no matter what you choose, as far as I can tell. At the very least, I haven't gone back and spoken with the brazen boy as the Gala kitten, but everything else, all the other transformations, give the exact same dialogue. Alright, well, at the very least, we get some more magic prisms, and let's check out what the Wake Doctor has for us. The Wake Doctor is not one to be kept waiting. Be our guest. What is this, Beauty and the Beast? Ah, so you remembered my request. I am pleased. As I mentioned earlier, there is somewhere I would like to take you, though I'm afraid it is a place not easily reached. When you're ready to depart, pray speak with the usher here and he will escort you. Okay, usher, bring us to our destination. Ah, you must be the guest of honor. If it please you, I shall escort you immediately. Let's do it. I shall take my leave first and make the preparations necessary to receive you. Do not be alarmed by what you see, child. We shall not be far behind. Now, if you would follow me. Oh, that was a Wake Doctor talking. Oops, my bad. And we come to a special event-only area. A wonderful little Halloween-themed area where we can explore the decorations and take any photos we want in whatever costumes we want. Unfortunately, I don't exactly have a lot of glamours at the moment, so there's not a lot of costumes I am able to do. But there is plenty to explore around here. I've seen plenty of people taking some great photos on social media. Plenty of places to look and get whatever poses and theming you want. Well, all Halloween themed, of course. Alright, pumpkin-headed apparition, what do you got for me? Welcome to my humble abode. Surprised to see I have a home of my own, are you? Even the great gourd needs a place to rest her head. I have never invited a mortal to my home before. Consider this a show of my thanks for ensuring All Saints' Wake could be celebrated this year unimpeded. Which is very funny, actually, because All Saints' Wake was delayed significantly for last year. It didn't actually happen until January, when it's supposed to be a Halloween event. There were some things going on between development delays from the pandemic, and they were trying to finish up the Endwalker expansion, and yeah, All Saints' Wake didn't happen until January. It was a time. You may make yourself at home and stay as long as you like. If you are concerned about Papa Gruff, do not be. He and I have come to an understanding. Some children must simply learn the hard way. I don't want to know what you're doing to Papa Gruff. I hope it's something that's actually warranted, given his behavior. But this completes the seasonal event basically in its entirety. The 2 quests, and then the repeatable quest. Alright then, before we end off today, we do have, of course, the entire area to explore, and do not click out yet, we're not just exploring, there are some really cool rewards for doing the seasonal events. But first off, we're going to go ahead and explore. There's only one real area we haven't checked out yet, and that's the graveyard. Oh, we got a ghost bunny back there. Hello. Yeah, we got a lot of places for you to get all sorts of Halloween-themed pictures. It's great. But really, for me personally, the main attraction is over here. Oh, there's only one of them. Haha! Oh, okay then. Yeah, I figured that would happen. Unsavory Imp, what do you got for me? Up to something? Me? Never. But I am but a fun-loving imp, here to help my fellow revelers enjoy the wake. And I can fashion you a very convincing guise for the masquerade. All I need is your memory of someone who made a strong impression. Someone unforgettable, someone powerful. Yes, that's it. Alright. We don't have a lot of options here, unfortunately, because we have not made a lot of progress in the game. What you can do here is you can select any of these options, and from the descriptions, you might be able to guess who they're referring to. That will do nicely. Don't worry, this won't hurt much at all. Just close your eyes. And we become Connie Senna. We have a lot of options here, actually. If you were to go through the entire main story, you've beaten everything, and you come back here, there's a lot more options. But by talking to the Unsavory Imp here, you can transform into any of the major NPCs that you've met so far. Some NPCs you have to get surprisingly far in the game before you're allowed to be disguised as them, but it's fine. We can be Connie Senna, we can be Ralban, we can be Merlvib. Next on the list is going to be Nanamo Il Nano. Oh my god. Nanamo Ul Nano. And the last one we have available at the moment is Minfilia. Yeah, we don't have a lot of options right now because we're still really early in the game. But on my main account, I've gone through basically all the options, and there's like, oh my god, there's so many great options you can be. Normally I would show them off, but I would hop over to my main account and show them off, but a lot of them are spoilers. So unfortunately, there's not much I can show. Eventually, you're able to transform into characters that we've already met, but in their later game costumes. Cough, cough, the Y'shtola over there from one of her later game costumes. But unfortunately, a lot of the options are just spoilers at the moment, so I'm not going to bother going through and showing them all off. There's also a few options that are noticeably missing, even if you have done everything, which makes me really sad, but oh well, they couldn't get them all. I imagine at some point on one of the following All Saints Wake events, they may very well bring this idea back. This is actually my first All Saints Wake. I've not done it before, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is the thing they normally do, the entire side area with the disguises you can be. But I don't know. This is my first All Saints Wake. We'll see in the future. And maybe in the future, as we've made more progress in the main story, we'll be able to check out even more options for disguises. We can also, of course, come in here and check out the mansion itself. And this is an area which we have not been to yet in the main story, but we will come here during the main story. This is actually a dungeon. This is not going to be the next dungeon we do, but the one after that. But it's all been redecorated for Halloween, of course. But I think it's really funny that they just recycle this map for this dungeon for this event. It's really funny, but it's also really appropriate. It makes perfect sense that they would use this particular dungeon. Yeah, giant mansion we can check out. There are 2 floors. Nope, my bad. There are 3 floors. What am I talking about? There's the ground floor, 2nd floor, and also the basement. I'm probably not going to do a full tour of the area. Nah, I don't think I'm going to do a full tour of the area. We'll eventually see this in its normal context when we do the actual dungeon. We will do it in due time. But for now, it is a very cool place to check out, all decorated for Halloween, perfect for taking all sorts of photos. So then, that is the Halloween event. That is All Saints Wake 2022. Can't wait to see what they do in next year's All Saints Wake. And also can't wait to see what they do in the future for other seasonal events. Now, with this all done, there is one final thing we need to do, and that is check in with the All Saints Wake vendor. Because they have a few things for us to buy. We can buy as many of the magic prisms as we want, so we can use those basically to just... You know what? Let's show off what that actually does. One of these magic prisms, you use it, creates a giant pumpkin head on our head with bats everywhere. So yeah, we can buy as many of those as we want. I'll buy one so we have an even 20. But there's two more things we can buy. We can buy a caged wisp, which is a decoration for housing, for player housing, which I'm probably not going to do, so not too worried about getting one of those, but it is here as an option. And the thing that I am going to buy, Ballroom Etiquette, Pumpkin Pleasures. Let's go ahead and purchase this, and then read this Ballroom Etiquette book. And it's going to teach us something very nice. We learned the emote, Eat Pumpkin Cookie. Oh, that looks delicious. That looks absolutely delicious. I love that. So yeah, special emote to go with the event, special glamour prism to go with the event. Fun little event. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this quite a bit. I'm sad that we're not far enough with the main story to show off all the disguises we can be, but I don't want to risk spoiling any future characters, so. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV, I will meet you back in South Shroud, where we are going to be continuing the investigation into the missing Sylph Elder. We're going to be continuing to work with Buscaran in the hopes that eventually we learn something new and useful about where the Elder has gone. I'll see everyone next time for that.